Hello, this is a brief demo showing you how you can create some surveys using Salesforce Flow. All right, here's what an example might look like. This is the flow I'm building in setup. Let's go ahead and take a look at the record here. So this is a custom object I created. I called it survey and created these fields here. So this is what the record might look like. I related it to a lead. All right, and we're collecting a response and some pick list values for sales, support, and service ratings. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with this. Let's go back to the flow in setup and see what we're doing here. So the first thing you need is a record ID variable. It's going to be called this with a capital I, set for input. We're just going to collect one ID that's going to let us pull in a record from a button, a link, or a flow component. All right, I'm getting data from a record where the ID equals the ID in that variable. I just want the one record, and I want some specific values, so I set those there. And then we're going to display a screen to the user. We're going to show some personal information. These are default values, one from the lead record and one from a formula with values on that record. Then they're going to select their ratings here in the next section, and they can provide some more information here. Well, they will provide it since we have it required. And then a follow-up communication checkbox, which is going to be defaulted to true, which will send a thank you email unless they uncheck that box. So in the decision here, if it's true, we're going to send the person who created the survey a thank you email. You can see I have some fault paths configured here, and I go into more detail about how to use those in some other videos. In our next decision elements, we are sending emails to any of our staff if they received an awful or poor rating. So they'll get an email informing them of that. And if it wasn't, it'll just check the next element. All right, so you could also put in an email on this side and send a different email if they got a positive rating or something like that. All right, so then we're going to do that until the flow ends. So let's go ahead and debug this and see how it looks. First, we need to get a lead ID. So I'm going to go to a lead record, go up to the URL, take that ID, go back to my debug, and pop it in there. So we're going to run the flow with one specific ID. Here you can see the formula created the name and pulled in the email. So we're just going to give the staff an awful, neutral, and excellent rating here. And say support was terrible. All right, so we're going to uncheck this. We're going to save it, and it was successful. You can see here in the debug what happened. We got the record, we got the data. All right, we created records here. Here it is. See, we created this record. Nothing is null. That's good. We didn't have permission to send this, so we went to the next one. And only one team had an awful or poor rating, so they will get an email. All right, so if we go back here to our surveys, once it loads, we can see that it created this survey here. And that's how I did it. Let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.